501 Contractor Tips, a book that will help contractors make more money and live better lives.
Okay, this one's a biggie. There's a lot of tips in the book, 501 Contractor Tips, but I don't think this one's in there. If you're watching this video, you're getting a free tip here. And this one's important, like I said, and it's doing favors for the people you're working for. And I've got caught up in this, I don't know how many times, and I don't do it anymore. You know, it's not, I mean, if I'm working on someone's house and they tell me, hey, it would really be nice if you cleaned up your mess at the end of the day. This is a favor I can do because this is what I do anyway. So you can always make it sound like you're doing them a favor. And again, this is what a lot of people do in business anyway, is they'll tell you, hey, I'll give you a 10% discount if, sounds like a favor, but all they did was raise their prices 15% to knock 10% off. They're still making another 5%, but do you think you're getting a bargain? Now, when you're working on someone's house, and let's say that your job is to remodel their bathroom, and while you're remodeling their bathroom, it didn't include installing a new light fixture, and you made this clear to them. It's in your contract. As the bathroom's project's going on, the homeowner goes and purchases a new light and says, would you mind installing this? It's not going to take you that long. Even though it's not going to take you long, you should charge them for it, even if it's $5. You know, now if you're making, if you're doing this bathroom and you're making $200 an hour, go ahead and throw the light in for free. You know, that would just be good business sense, you know, because they might recommend you to other people. If you're doing this for a regular price, whatever your wages are, and it's only going to take you 5 minutes, the choice is up to you. I don't recommend that you do this, especially early on in the job. If it's the last thing, it's your last day on the job, they want you to do this, this could actually be an impression that lasts with them for a long time. At the beginning of the job, you could find yourself doing more favors for these people as the job progresses. So I don't recommend doing any favors anyway. It's just not, good business sense to, and again, I probably should rephrase that. I don't want to say it's bad business sense. Like I said earlier, if you're making $200 an hour and someone asks you to do something, you know, this might be different. You know, but if you're on a day-to-day basis, you know, working in the construction business, making pretty good wages, you know, kind of living just above the poverty level, which is what most contractors live at. And again, this is why I wrote the book, 501 Contractor Tips, because I'm trying to get contractors to make more money while living a better life. It's not just all about making money, and it's not just all about living a better life. There's a combination here. You're not going to be able to have health insurance for your children if you don't have any money. It's just kind of, again, common sense thing there. Let me just share a quick story with you about something that happened to me early on in my career when I did a favor for someone. And again, I used to do a lot of favors, and this is probably the most important part of this video. I did a lot of favors for probably around the first 15 years in business, and I really thought that these favors would get me more business through recommendations. It actually didn't, and I was shocked. What actually got me more business was when I quit doing the favors and made it into more of a business instead of more of a kind of a friendly construction company. When I went from being everyone's friend, thinking I would get more business, to just a business and treating these people as it was a business. Actually, my business improved and started making a lot more money. And when I say I made a lot more money, my income more than doubled, to give you an idea. That's how important this tip is. That's how important a lot of these tips are in the book and the videos that you're watching. So again, don't just throw these things away as nonsense. I've been through it. I've lived it. That's why I'm telling you about it. Okay, enough about the babbling on here, my point on the video. And again, a little more babbling. Even though you might be watching a video on on, why you shouldn't be working with these people, you're going to get other tips throughout these videos as stuff pops into my mind. So there's a lot of benefits to watching more of these videos. Now, quick story. I'm working on someone's house. I'm building a room addition, and they have a light that doesn't work. And they tell me, hey, Greg, I got a light here that doesn't work. Look, they're showing me. I got, no problem. I says, I'll go pick up another. I think at the time it was like 19 cents for a light switch. I said, I'll get another light switch. I'll put it in, and no biggie. Take me about 5 minutes. So I got the light switch. Figured I'd be the hero. Again, get rid of this hero mentality. You're in business to make money. And don't forget that, you're not in business to lose money. Now, when I started taking the switch out, the wire was wrapped around the screw, and sometimes they push in to the back of the light switch. This was actually wrapped around the electrical wire. When I loosened the wire up, I broke the wire. When I loosened the screw up, I broke the wire. So I thought, God, okay, no biggie. I'll strip the wire off and put it back on. So I'm taking the next screw off, and I broke that wire. So I'm thinking that, well, no biggie, right? Well, it was. It did turn out to be a problem. I ended up stripping the wire and broke the wire off again. It was brittle. Whatever had happened to this copper wire, it had made it real brittle, and it just broke. It wasn't soft anymore. And so again, I don't know the scientific explanation or the chemistry behind this. All I know is it was happening to me. This free light switch that I wasn't getting paid for because I wanted to be a hero to these people wasn't working out too good. By the time I'd finally fixed the light switch, it had taken me over an hour. And this 5-minute idea, it actually cost me money to do this. An hour out of my day, where I could have even been home relaxing. Either way you want to look at it, it took some time. So the next time you think about doing a favor for someone, you might want to think twice, before doing it.
Feel free to visit some of our websites if you're looking for more information on home building, construction, remodeling, and even a little personal development.